I remember that day. When the sky collapsed with the attack of thousands of bloodthirsty aliens, we, the survivors, were forced to retreat to underground metro stations.
Fled into the metro.
Here, in the darkness of terror, we found a ray of hope. And even if it meant being crushed to pieces, we would still fight to reclaim what belonged to us, to humanity. Hello everyone, I am Ivan, the commander of the Resistance, a former soldier and a professional hunter, so I am very good with guns. Today, we officially moved to a new strategic location, where we will lay the first foundations for the construction of the main base. While we are driving, the car suddenly exploded, but luckily, we arrived just in time. I now have 3 soldiers. Zero, Arthur, and Nicola. I direct them to quickly search the nearby wooden crates and sacks for usable materials. To repair the car, he needs 2 iron ores. I give 2 ores to the merchant. In a flash, the repair is done. He immediately leaves and promises to return the next day with more people. Without wasting any more time, my soldiers start to search everything around. Here we can find iron ores in wooden crates, and when we need food, we pick mushrooms. First, to have enough materials, we focus on mining iron. Then Zero and Arthur to upgrade the generator with 3 irons. The generator is our most important construction. It will provide energy for the entire base. That's why we must protect it at all costs. After the generator upgrade is complete, I can choose one of 2 skills. On the left, agitator. In the next 2 deliveries, the merchant will bring 1 more person. Every time a facility reaches level 4, 1 more soldier will come to us. On the right, if I choose combat training, in the next turn, 1 more miner, or what I call a shower soldier, will come. The shower soldier will immediately reach level 1 star. They will clear the road faster, and when I go with them, my dash costs less stamina. I decide to choose combat training. Now we can build another facility on the left. The range shaped facility is the place to train engineers, but to build it, we need to build a wall first. It takes 3 iron to build the first wall. It is getting dark. I think you guys need to hurry, because this fog makes me feel uneasy. And when the night completely falls, that is when the hideous monsters attack us. 2 monsters with strange and disgusting shapes. We have to hide behind the walls to fight back. After defeating them, I leave 1 soldier to guard, 1 to build the engineer facility, and with the other 1, go back to pick up the merchant. As promised, this time, in addition to a normal soldier, he also brings a shower soldier, along with some wooden barrels. In order for the merchant to come back tomorrow with another soldier, I need to pay him 8 food units. Then, we continue to use 7 iron to build a shower-shaped facility on the right side. Early on day 2, we complete the shower soldier training facility. First, I have to sacrifice 1 worker to become the shop owner, then bring 2 more workers in to get 2 shower soldiers. On the left side, I continue to bring 1 worker to become the rent shop owner. We move to the left and continue to expand the territory. The shower soldiers will build houses slower than workers, but mine faster. But most importantly, the shower soldiers can clear the rubble to make room for building facilities. In the middle of day 2, the merchant comes again, bringing another worker. I go back to pick him up. Now that I have a total of 4 walls, I receive a new upgrade. On the left, flashbang traps, which places an explosive trap on each wall, which will be activated when the health of the walls drop below 30%. On the right, barbed wire. The monster will lose 2 health for every 2 seconds they stand in the barbed wire. I decide to choose the barbed wire. After accepting the person, I again pay the merchant 8 mits, then turn the new soldier into an engineer. I put him in the research facility, which costs 1 test bottle. I can monitor it in the upper right corner of the screen. When we complete a rotation, we will have a new upgrade. When I return to the left wall, It is already dark and the fog is thick, but to save time, I still decide to lead them outside the wall to work. And as expected, we are ambushed by monsters, but because there are few of them, I can still handle it. On day 3, with 3 shovel soldiers and 1 engineer, I continue to move to the lab, build walls and mine. My goal is to expand my territory to the left as quickly as possible, because the population increases every day. In addition to building walls to increase defense, I also have to build tents and other facilities to accommodate the growing army. We can also use formits to light a fire in the barrel. The purpose is to restore health and stamina along the way. Now, even though we have 5 walls on the left, we decide to go out at night to work. We are ambushed by monsters again, and this time there are more of them. Due to our lack of preparation, we lost 1 wall and 1 light barrel, but we quickly rebuilt and tried to complete our work on day 3, building wall 6. After getting 6 walls, I can build a facility to process meat from monster larvae. This will be our main source of food in case the food resources are soon depleted. After finishing, I leave 0 here to raise the larvae, wait for them to grow up, and then turn them into meat, roughly like this. I leave 2 shower soldiers to guard this wall. I lead an engineer back to recruit new personnel. I turn him into a shower soldier, pay the merchant, and then head to the right flank. The left flank is probably fine. Now it's time to build defense system on the right. Building walls like this not only helps expand our territory, but also indirectly narrow the enemy's territory, thereby limiting the number of monsters that appear every night. In the middle of day 4, the engineer finishes his research and we get a new upgrade. The shower soldiers will mine faster. While I'm busy mining on this side, I suddenly realize that the left flank is under attack. I have to leave 2 soldiers to guard and then immediately run to the left to support the defense. At this time, I experience the most difficult and annoying feeling when playing this game. You have to defend on both sides. Surely you can't know which side they will attack the next night, and moving back and forth also takes a lot of time. Therefore, building a solid wall and leaving the right amount of soldiers to defend is a headache. On top of that, I often run out of stamina on the way when I realize the importance of the recovery fire barrels. When I get there, everything is over. I lost a wall and the larvae house. I realized my mistake in not leaving an engineer on this side, because when the wall is attacked, only 2 units can repair them, the engineers and the workers. I order the soldiers to rebuild wall 6 and go back to get a new person. I turn him into an engineer. I take 2 shower soldiers and another engineer to the right. The further I go, the more crazy things I encounter, such as these 2 things. Red is the nest. They will directly create monster eggs. Purple is the egg, will directly hatch monsters. My job is to clear as much of this as possible, so that the number of monsters that appear that night is limited, and only the shower soldiers can break these eggs' nests. The shower soldiers are the most versatile unit I have. Going out at night is always dangerous, and once again we are ambushed by the monsters. We quickly defeat them, but at this moment there is a warning that the left wall is under attack, and the enemy's firepower is probably very strong. The walls keep being knocked down. When I arrive, I realize that there is only 1 enemy, but it is a long-range artillery type monster. No wonder my 2 shower soldiers are useless in defense. So I have a new concern in the near future. I have to find a unit that can counter this long-range artillery. Losing so many bases really affects our ability to fight in the long run. I spent the entire day 6 to build the left walls and explore the right. By the end of the day, we have 5 left walls and 3 right walls. Things seem to be going well. Early on day 7, I receive a message that there will be a terrible attack from the left flank. This is gonna be the first storm we face. I get all my soldiers to the left. The preparations are very intense and serious. I ordered the construction and upgrading of wall 5 and 6 with the force of 3 engineers and 6 shower soldiers at hand, hoping that it would be strong enough. I am scared. Don't be scared, son. Hey everyone! Arthur, Stanislav, Ruslan, Cyril, Georgi, Traeger, Jacob, Dimitri, Anton. Tonight will be our first big battle. I know you are scared. I am too. too. But think about the people inside who need our protection. They are our family, our loved ones. So, whoever has a gun, take your guns. Whoever has a shovel, take your shovels. Join me in protecting this place. And remember, I am your leader. So, it is my responsibility to ensure your safety. After that morale boosting speech, the rats began to run in this direction, signaling the first wave of monsters is about to sweep in. Then they appear. They come in packs, many of them carrying wooden shields and car doors. The battle is fierce. Among them are the little ones carrying around bombs, the nemesis of these wars. To keep the walls as safe as possible, I stand before the walls to block the attack first. And here, the long-range artillery monster appears again. The fastest way to kill it is to shoot from behind. After I kill it, the wall 6 collapses and I am covered in blood. After a while of perseverance, we win this battle. My soldiers are safe, but I almost die. I only lost one level 2 wall. Earlier while fighting, I get a notification that the engineer upgrade is completed. Now my engineers can break down doors. This is a very important upgrade that will help us open many bunkers containing resources. Without wasting any more time, I continue to lead the troops further to the left flank. Not far from wall 6, we discover a large hole where monsters can easily go through. I order my soldiers to fill it up. This will significantly reduce the number of monsters attacking from this flank. We then fire a bunker. With the newly upgraded abilities, the engineers easily break the door. Inside, we find a lot of resources and monsters too. Now with 6 wall and the big hole filled, the left flank seems to be safe. I leave 2 shower soldiers and 2 engineers to defend the walls, then continue to expand to the right flank. I use 18 iron to upgrade the generator. This is necessary to be able to buy new buildings and train new troops. Later on day 8, with 3 shower soldiers and 1 engineer, I build wall 4 on the right flank. I find out that on the other side of this door, there is a path to the surface where we can search for fuel and food. The generator won't work without fuel, but before we go in, we should do some cleaning. Then I build wall 5 on the right. During the expansion, we find a new monster appearing near the egg nest. It has a very dangerous cannon, and the only thing that can protect us is the engineer's shield. But this time we only have 1 shield, so we can't fight it. I'll come back later. By midday 10, I decide to go into the bunker that leads to the surface. Here, we encounter a man-eating plant monster. It is over 3 meters tall and looks extremely hideous. The scariest thing is that deadly tree root. The only unit that can attack it is the shower soldiers. With reasonable tactics, we defeat it. Here, we find a lot of valuable resources. I leave 1 engineer to build a facility, then lead the rest out. After the facility in that bunker is built, we can now send 3 stalkers to the surface to search for resources. But first, we should have a stalker training center. On day 11, the engineer finishes his research. This upgrade is extremely good. From now on, when placed in the wall, each engineer would be able to install a very powerful long-range machine gun. This will increase the role of the engineers to a new level in combat. After completing the stalker training center, I have to sacrifice 1 worker to become the gun shop owner. Now, I need at least 3 more workers to have 3 gunmen. In this game, human resource is very important. We can't use resources to buy people. We can only wait for the merchant to bring 1 person every day or find some refugees in bunkers. Therefore, keeping the soldiers alive is most important. If we waste too many people, we won't be able to hold out in the following days. Early on day 12, we get a warning that the monster bridge has been built on the other right flank. There'll be a lot of monsters on the other side of the bridge, but there'll surely be lots of resources. With the shields, we fight very effectively against the ground artillery and quickly clear the nest. As soon as we cross the bridge, we are lucky to receive 2 more refugees. I discovered that the right flank also has a hole that needs to be filled to limit the monsters. I order the engineer to fill it up and then attack the next bunker. Inside, we find a lot of iron, food, and 2 refugees. But unfortunately, there aren't enough tents, so we can't bring them home. Early on day 13, I build a sniper training center, then sacrifice Ivan to become the shop owner. So soon, we will have another unit with extremely strong long-range firepower. Day 14, we now have 6 right walls, but we still lack meat to pay for the stalkers. To get to the surface, I encountered the cannon monsters, but this time with 4 shower soldiers and many shields, we easily destroy it. After that, we also clear another bunker. In here, I find another refugee, but once again, I can't take him home. But on the way back, we are blocked by monsters. There are too many of them, so I have to lead my soldiers back to hide behind the walls and fight back. With 3 ambushes like this, luckily we don't lose anyone. We resist successfully but lost War 6. With the 2 walkers available, I exchanged them for 2 snipers, place 1 on each wall. Snipers shoot slowly but they have a long range and their damage is on top. Our generator has run out of fuel and stopped working for several days now. Now that we have enough stalkers, it's time to send them to the surface. Before leaving, I left 2 shower soldiers, 2 engineers, 1 sniper on the left flank. But that is not enough and I lose War 6 on the left. One of the most difficult things in this game is definitely calculating the allocation of the defenders on each side appropriately. Because I am already a very strong firepower and have a very good brain for judging situations, without me, the soldiers will be like a snake without a head and will easily fall. After losing War 6, I also lose a 10. So now the capacity is only 17, while the number of troops is 19. I decide to turn 3 shower soldiers into 1 engineer and 2 stalkers. Next time, I will focus on the right side. Since I have to send stalkers to the surface, I will leave the left side with more men. 2 gunners, 4 engineers, 1 sniper and 2 shower soldiers. I think everything will be fine. By the end of day 16, I sent 3 stalkers to the surface with 16 meat as travel expenses. Early on day 17, the scouts report that there will be a second wave of monsters sweeping in from the right flank. My mission before dark is to move all the troops to the right and at the same time build and upgrade the base as much as possible. Before leaving, I arrange some things on the left flank, build War 6, build more tents and then quickly pull the troops back. The army mobilized from the right flank consists of 4 engineers, 2 shower soldiers, 2 gunmen and 1 sniper. When I arrive, it is almost dark, probably just in time for me to make a proclamation to the soldiers. Hey guys, tonight we will once again face death. This time they will definitely be more numerous and stronger than last time. However, with these careful preparations, we will welcome them warmly. The initiative is ours, and tonight we will win. To limit the bomb monsters and long-range cannons, I bring an engineer with a shield to stand in front of the wall. The enemy this time is much more numerous than before. Although the firepower is quite strong, we have a hard time stopping this massive attack. And the most prominent of them is the appearance of a monster as big as a building. It seems to be a female because it lays eggs right there and throws them towards the inside of the wall. Its strategy is very simple, attacking us from behind. But thanks to good preparation, we fight very proactively and finally we win. The reward is a supply box. Day 18, 3 stalkers returned from the surface with lots of resources, and most importantly, they find a gas station that is still intact. We will have enough fuel to run the generator for a long time, but since there are a lot of monsters around, they suggest waiting a day for the monsters to leave and they can return. After that, I upgrade War 6 on the left flank, build more tents, leave some troops for defense, and return to the right flank. Everything in the barrack is considered well settled. However, we will need to get fuel to run the generator and upgrade all the important things. So on day 19, I send 3 stalkers back to the ground. The problem is that there are no more resources to mine, so I have to increase the meat mining from monster larvae. At the end of day 19, we encounter some small attacks on both flanks. On day 20, I lead a shield engineer and 2 shower soldiers to destroy the monster nest on the right flank, looking for any survivors at the same time. We finally find one more person. He is hiding in a bunker quite far from the camp. By mid of day 20, 3 stalkers return from the ground. At the end of day 20, there is another attack on both flanks, but once again we easily neutralize them with strong firepower. At this point, in addition to the ability to make shields, we can also make Molotov cocktails, which are very effective in killing monsters. Now, realizing that we no longer need many shower soldiers, I replace them with 2 gunners. There are only 2 shower soldiers left to mine for lava meat. On day 22, my left flank force includes 5 engineers, 3 gunners and 1 sniper. I'm not sure whose firepower is stronger between the engineer and the gunner, but let's set it up like that for now. By mid of day 22, I sent 3 stalkers to the surface again. They are my only hope for iron now. At the end of day 23, I upgrade Wall 6 on both flanks to level 5, leave some troops to defend and return to the right flank. The reason I usually guard on the right side is because that's where I can send stalkers to the surface right after they come back from there. Time is getting more and more urgent, and we still have a lot of things to upgrade. Day 24, stalkers return with lots of resources. I quickly get everything and send them back to the surface again, then go back out to counter the attack at the end of the day. Same old tactic, use an engineer with a shield to block long-range artillery. On day 25, I upgrade the right wall 5 and 6 to level 5, then have to fend off a large-scale attack on the left flank. There are at least 3 or 4 cannon monsters. On day 26, the stalkers return from the crowd. This time, I decide not to send them back. I need them to be in the best position because the final battle is coming. I decide to defend the left flank and trust my soldiers on the right. Hopefully, they can hold out until I return. I upgrade the generator to get the final ability. Hopefully, I can make it before they arrive. Early of the day 27, scouts report that there will be another monster storm. This time, they would gather all their numbers after the previous 2 failures, and they will attack from both directions. The generator is successfully upgraded. I have 2 options. On the left, strengthening the borders helps increases the wall's health by 20%, and barbed wire in front of the walls would increase the level of slowing the monsters. On the right, fire traps will be placed on every 2 walls. The fire trap will activate it when the wall's health drop below 50%. I choose the left. I add 2 engineers to the right flank defense team, then change the 2 shower soldiers into 2 engineers and head to the left flank. The situation is urgent. Maybe this time I won't have time to read any speech. Hey guys, they are coming. Tonight will be our last night. Brothers, prepare your breakfast and eat hearty. For tonight, we dine in hell. They are here, a lot of them, really a lot. I order the stalkers to throw Molotov cocktails to support. From normal monsters to explosive monsters, they come here in packs. Then come the hunting dogs and the artilleries. Molotov cocktails are thrown continuously, and they are very effective against the monsters. The wall on the right is destroyed. Things seem not good over there. On this side, the giant monsters have appeared. They continuously throw eggs behind the defense line, and if I don't handle them, my soldiers will all die. They show no signs of stopping on this side. Petrol bombs are continuously thrown. My shields are all broken. At the most tense moment, I receive news that the right side has lost wall 5. The 2 strongest walls are broken. The walls behind will not last long. When the right side only has 3 walls left, I immediately rush there. When I get back, there are only wall 1 and half of wall 2 left, just in time to encounter the 2 giant monsters. I order the engineers to immediately finish building wall 2, and together with them fight against the monsters. And that is also the last remnants of them. We win very gloriously and resoundingly. Now it's time to have some wine to celebrate. So I have completed 28 days of heroic and indomitable survival against bloodthirsty aliens in Until We Die. In my opinion, this is a very good game. Beautiful graphics, attractive gameplay, many features, and especially high challenge. However, it is unfortunate that since it first launched in 2021, after 4 years, the publisher has not had any updates on the game levels, making it a dead game and leaving regrets in the community. Let's hope that in the near future, we will experience more levels with more challenges. And that's everything for today. Thank you and see ya.